By request, Kick-Ass Facts, gravity's a fickle bitch. Pew, 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 pew! Did you think gravity was the same everywhere in the world? Well, that's just stupid. Just kidding, I thought the same thing. It varies because the planet is not perfectly spherical or uniformly dense. The Earth bulges at the equator and gets flatter at the poles due to its rotation. The Earth's mass is not spread out proportionally, and it can shift position over time. Gravity is weaker at the equator due to its centrifugal or centrifugal, if you're American, centrifugal force produced by the planet's rotation. It is also weaker at higher altitudes further from the Earth's center, such as the summit of Mount Everest. Large parts of Canada, particularly the Hudson Bay region, has less gravity as compared to the rest of the world, a phenomenon first identified in 1960s when the Earth's global gravity fields were being charted. During the last ice age, Canada was covered by a ginormous glacier called the Laurentide ice sheet. The sheet was 2 miles thick. It's more of a ream than a sheet. 2 miles thick over northern Quebec and stretches far south as modern-day New York and Chicago. Ice is heavy, so 5 million square miles of it pushed down on the rock underneath, squishing it like a Nerf ball. When the ice began to melt about 21,000 years ago, the Earth began to spring back, but like a Nerf ball, it took a while, and some parts were a little bit wonky. To this day, the Earth in the Hudson Bay region is still deformed, with lots of rock mass having been pushed outward by all the ice. Less mass means less gravity. This gravitational anomaly means if you weigh 150 pounds in any other location that has average gravity, you would weigh 149.9925 pounds in Hudson Bay. The difference is about 1/10 of an ounce, or 3.5-ish grams. There are other places where gravity appears to be wonky. I may be mixing different gravitational who's its what's its. It could be magnetic fields. It could be an optical illusion. I am not a physicist, and this is not the Discovery Channel. Mystery Spot, Santa Cruz, California. This place was discovered in 1939 by a group of surveyors. They claim that there is an irregularity in the magnetic field, which is seen only in 150 square feet in a circular area, which is called the Mystery Spot. Ladies, we all have a mystery spot, you know what I'm saying? Okay. This is a place where you will see strange irregularities in gravity, such as water flowing upward, a deflection of magnetic compasses at different angles, changes in the size of people and things, and you can stand at an angle without falling over. St. Ignace in Michigan, surveyors were at it again in the 1950s. Suddenly, their devices stopped working. When they conducted extensive surveys of the place, they found it was only happening in a 300-foot diameter. Tall people appeared to be shorter than they did when they were outside of that spot. You can do things like climb a wall, tilt into the air without falling, like Michael Jackson, although it has since been proven that the Mystery Spot is an optical illusion. It's on a hill with a visual illusion of tilted things. You can see things such as a ball rolling uphill or people standing on a tilted floor. In 1952, 2 college boys were searching the Black Hills looking for the perfect spot to build a summer cabin. Upon their search, they stumbled into the mysterious world of the Cosmos Mystery Area in Rapid City. Water flows uphill, tall people appear shorter, and what appears to be measured level is not. If you enter the mystery house, you can walk up a wall or be mysteriously pulled sideways when hanging from a perfectly straight rafter. There's a remote cabin in a deep forest built near the mystical Oregon Vortex. Native Americans call the area Forbidden Ground, a place to be avoided. It is believed that there is a spherical force. People walking in the cabin can't help but wanting to hold on to the walls to prevent themselves from falling. There's a broom that won't fall wherever you place it in the cabin. It will continue to stand upright. In this mysterious place, balls also roll on a completely flat surface. Magnetic Hill in Ladakh, India is a small route on a national highway which stretches about 30 kilometers. When your car engine is left off, a car can roll uphill at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. There are 2 theories. One, the hill has such a strong magnetic force that it pulls vehicles upward. The magnetic force is so strong that planes avoid this route or increase their altitude so they don't deal with magnetic interference on their devices. The other theory is that it's an optical illusion. Spook Hill, Florida. If you stop your vehicle or put it in neutral, it would be pulled up toward the mountain. One legend says that a Florida pirate, Captain Sarsaparilla, best name ever, is buried at the hill and pushes cars away. Another legend claims that it is the spirit of a giant alligator inhabiting the area. What do Mount Aragats in Armenia, Magnetic Hill in Australia, a road on an island called Jeju in South Korea, Magnetic Hill Moncton, Canada, and Rua do Amendoim, Peanut Street in Brazil have in common? That's right, you guessed it. Same as Spook Hill, but without the alligator, cars and other objects left in a neutral state appear to move uphill.